The most important thing is how you get down. It's how you exit, how you leave, and how you descend. God showed me a carriage, and the ladies back in the day, of course, would need assistance getting into the carriage, but the real true thing was getting out. Getting out. And even in today's age, as we watch, maybe you've watched award ceremonies, or look, when you're ascending into a place, your focus is straight ahead and it's up on that stage. It's in that place that you want to be. But when you are descending, when you are leaving, when you are walking down those steps from that beautiful height of position, height of authority, height of whatever it is for you, the biggest thing is how you come down. There is so much to say about how you finish. Do you finish well? And God reminded me of the story of Abigail. And so I'm reading here from 1 Samuel chapter 25, verse 23. When Abigail saw David, she hurried and got down from the donkey and fell before David on her face and bowed to the ground. David never saw her get onto her donkey. He barely saw her ride the donkey. But the biggest impact that Abigail could ever have was how she descended from a donkey, how she came off the donkey. Had she sat upon that donkey for as long as she could and refused to get off, she would not have been as successful as she was here. Because there is everything to say about her reaction. She hurried when she seen him. She got down from the donkey and fell before David on her face and bowed to the ground. So my question is, how do you descend? How do you come down from the stage in your life? How do you come down, and how do you walk away? How do you walk away from a person, a situation, or a circumstance? How do you walk away? Because what matters most is how you leave them. It's how you walk away. It's not necessarily your greeting when you first met this person. It's not as much in the journey of it or the interaction, but the most important thing is how you left that person. How do you leave the person who has wronged you? How do you leave the person who has offended you? In which way will you descend those steps of a carriage that has been so bitter, so hurtful, and so wrong against you? I wonder, will you slowly walk in peace? I wonder, will you take steps of peace? I wonder, will you extend your hand out? Even on the way down, will peace still be your mantle? Will peace still be in your steps? How do you leave the carriage, my friend? How do you leave the stage? Will you leave well? Will you leave in peace? Will you leave in a good way? And a sure person who did not leave in a good way was Saul. Saul, upon knowing that David was the Lord's chosen, Saul had every opportunity to react peacefully, lovingly, and always generously. But this was not his response to descending the stairs, descending the stage of kingship. No. He hung on to that stage with teeth and nails, and he wasn't coming off it. And that's what we remember most about him. We don't remember the man who necessarily was, in all appearance, the most likely candidate for stepping onto that stage when he began his journey as king. What a massive difference in how he left his stage. He did not leave it gracefully. He did not leave it willingly. He was fighting to the death, and he was reluctant to let go. And this whole conversation actually came about when I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was considering the grey hairs and the receding hairline, and I just thought to myself how I always have said I will grow old gracefully. And that's when God reminded me about a carriage. That's when he spoke to me about the descent. How do you descend? Because that says everything. And that is the most important part, is how you leave it, because that says everything. When you're walking down off that stage, whether it's a job, whether it's a leadership position, or whatever that looks like, when you're descending from that place, they can see your face, they can see your emotions, and they can see you for exactly who you are, because you're facing their way. Whose way? Everyone else's. So gracefully descend, gracefully bow. And I pray that you will be walking in peace, leaving people in peace as much as possible. Be an Abigail, not a Saul. God bless you, my friend. Thank you for watching. Come and join around for more.